Hello everyone, this is Robert Aldana with Let's Talk Real Estate and robertaldana.com. Welcome to another short segment on how-tos, the do's and don'ts of buying and selling real estate. Today we're going to focus on the 5 things that you want to do if you want to get your offers declined. Yes, I said declined. Why? Because there's a lot of people that for some reason are writing offers on listings when they're trying to purchase a property, and they're exercising these steps, and each and every time they are getting their offer declined. So unless you're in a situation where you just feel like writing offers left and right just to kill some time, you don't want to do these things. So let's get to it. Number 1, not understanding the market and competition. What I mean by that is this. I recently had a transaction where I had a listing priced exactly where the market needed it to be. We had about 8 to 10 offers on the property, and one particular agent came in at about $100,000 less than what the list price was on that property. Guess what happened? Not only did they get declined, but they got cut off from the get-go, and the seller did not even want to consider their offer. Why? Because the agent and probably the buyer did not understand what's going on with the market. Meaning, if properties are priced right to begin with, before you even write an offer, you should do a market analysis to make sure that what you're buying is in fact worth what you're paying. And if you see other properties that have closed escrow or are for sale in a particular price range, I'll give you an example. If there's a property priced at $550,000 and you're looking at comparables and the rest of the comparables are saying they're selling anywhere from $530,000 to $560,000 or $580,000, you don't want to be coming in with an offer at $450,000, which is pretty much what happened in this particular case. And their offer was flat out declined right from the get-go. So you need to understand what the market is doing if you really want to compete in it. Number 2, not paying attention to details. This is a great one, and I'll tell you why. I had a particular agent who wrote an offer on one of my listings, and when they wrote the contract and sent it in, it was for the wrong property address. Okay, so not only that, we sent back that agent an email letting them know that they wrote an offer on the wrong property, and they said, "We're sorry, we're going to resend the correct offer." They resent the offer with the right property. However, on the cover sheet, they had noted how much they loved the separate family room and some other additions that the property did not even have. So obviously, they still weren't talking about the same property. That's definitely not understanding and not paying attention to details, because not paying attention to details is a big no-no in today's market. Number 3, unprofessional appearance. What more can I say? You know, they say you never get a second chance for a first impression, and it's true. I had an offer on one of my listings where a real estate agent and their lender wrote me a pre-approval letter on a Word document with no phone number, no email address, no company name. Basically, somebody had just scribbled some information down in a Word document and said, "This client is pre-approved." I had no clue who this person was that was issuing the pre-approval letter, and I'll tell you what, things like that make you, or they should make you, really nervous if you're a home seller or if you're a listing agent trying to find out who the best buyer is for that property. Because, you know, the impression that a person gives to that other agent and to the seller is tops, and it's huge. And like I said in the beginning, you really never do get a second chance for first impression. So right off the bat, you're striking out. Number 4, not following instructions. I love this one, and I'll tell you why. On all of my listings that I have for sale on the multiple listing service, I give explicit instructions, very specific instructions on how I want offers to be prepared. For example, I had one particular offer where I was going to be meeting the seller on Monday evening at 7 p.m. I requested on the multiple listing service not to bring me any offers after 4 p.m. as I needed to prepare. I needed to go through and dissect each and every one of them. And I had about an hour and a half drive time to my client's house because the property that they were selling and where they lived were 2 different areas. So I had to drive about an hour and a half. So I needed at least 3 hours to prepare these offers. One particular agent came in with an offer at 9:15 p.m. Almost 2.5 hours later than what the offers were supposed to be at the time they were supposed to give it to me so I could present them. So that offer obviously got denied right off the bat because the agent did not pay attention to details. And I know it may seem trivial, but it really is not. Because when somebody doesn't pay attention from the beginning, right from the get-go, it's going to tell me that there's probably some problems with that agent or that transaction, and I don't want to have to deal with it throughout the rest of the time frame that that transaction is going to be in escrow, and neither do you as a home seller. Number 5, not understanding your client's limits. Here's one for you. I got an offer on one particular listing. The property was priced about $400,000. I got an offer with the pre-approval letter where the buyer was pre-approved for $350,000. I called the agent and I said, hey, before I present this offer, I want to make sure that you know that your pre-approval letter is about $50,000 less than what your client actually qualifies for. Right? Well, the agent says, yes, I understand that, but we're trying to do our best right now to see if we can come up with some extra funds to put more for a down payment on the purchase of that property. Are you kidding me? Okay, you need to, as a real estate agent, and you need to, as a home buyer, understand your limits and stick to those limits. Number 6, I know I said 5 things you want to do to get your offers declined, right? Well, I'm going to throw in an extra bonus. Number 6, a disappearing act. You never want to disappear while you're in the middle of a negotiation. Why? There could be times when the home seller or the listing agent or both can have a question and you are nowhere to be found, whether you're the agent or the buyer, until that offer gets signed, until all parties have agreed to all terms and conditions of that property sale, then that property is still for sale and anybody can come in and snatch it from underneath you. Make sure that you stay in constant communication with your agent, and if you're an agent, make sure that you stay in constant communication with the listing agent so that if there are any questions or any issues that need to be cleared up before they accept your offer, you're there to answer them. Okay, folks, I want to invite you to visit my website at robertaldana.com. There's a lot of great information out there. In fact, I'm going to start doing a lot of home buyer seminars. If you are interested in attending one of my next home buyer seminars, home buyer workshops, just visit my website at robertaldana.com and sign up for the next one. Also, don't forget to visit my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Robert Aldana. It's been a pleasure chatting with you folks. Hope you have a super day, and I'll talk to you soon.